Hello, Fazlur Rahman Hashmi here. Welcome to your presentation of my research paper. As you know, we are in different time zones, so it was difficult for me to schedule a meeting online. So I proceeded with the recorded lecture. So, the topic that I am going to present on my research paper is the guarding devices protecting home and comprehensive case study regarding the virtual voice and devices like Google Home Mini, Siri, and Alexa. So before moving into the presentation, here is the sequence of my presentation. I will start with the introduction, then about the author, a little bit about myself, then paper introduction and the literature review and the research gap that we have identified in our research paper, and problem statement that led to the basis of this research paper. Then I will move toward my system configurations and the deployment simulation, the type of attacks we have done on the voice assistant devices like Google Home Mini, and the results that we have achieved during these simulations. And then I will move toward the future approaches and the implication of this research, how this research is valuable for the future researches, and how we can do the behavior profiling based upon the data that we have intercepted in the Google Home Mini devices and other smart devices. So a little bit about myself. I have done Bachelor of Science in Cybersecurity from Air University, currently doing Master of Information Security from NUS University, and I have the honor to be the part of State Bank of Pakistan as Assistant Director, currently going through the training at NIBOF, National Institute of Banking and Finance. So my email addresses are provided in this slide. So if you have any questions regarding the presentation or have you any question, please feel free to contact. As you know, it's not online, or it's a recorded lecture. So as you know, there is digitalization. The presence of the voice assistant device in this era has rationalized the human interaction and with the physical worlds. So they have created very convenience for the people, but with some cost. So which led and these costs and these security issues led to the problem statement of this research paper. So you know, the privacy risk and vulnerability risk and the unauthorized threat access and the potential privacy breaches related to these smart devices had led some concerns. So in this paper we tried to cover all those security concerns. So enhancing based upon identifying those vulnerabilities, those weaknesses in this architecture of these smart devices, there is a very need for enhanced security measures and the user awareness and how the home networks are vulnerable to the attacks hosting these voice assistant devices. So following all our research contributions, we have examined the security weaknesses in the voice assistant devices, especially the Google Home Mini device, and then we have simulated a type of attacks on these on the security architecture of Google Home Mini device to identify to which vulnerability it is prone to. Then by conducting those simulation and attack, we have compromised the user privacy and data integrity. And the fourth contribution is about raising the awareness and to raise the awareness in the general public that how these home network hosting these voice assistant devices are prone to the attacks. And finally, offering a valuable observation for the future research, effective security measures in the future. So coming to the system configuration, we have deployed a real-world scenario. It's a complete mirror to the actual Wi-Fi network the user have there at their home. So the router here is using the TP-Link router C60, and the Google Home Mini device is connected to the router, and the Xiaomi smartphone is connected to the Google Home Mini device. And typically a typical network that a home user will have in their homes. And the attacker have the Windows 10 machine which is hosting a guest virtual machine, which is the Kali Linux in this case, and I have attached the separate NFC face card to this Kali virtual machine so that the attacker can have its own MAC address and different IP address from the host machine. So basically this TP-Link NIC card is capable of dual properties, like it can send packet as traditional NIC card and has the ability to go into the promiscuous mode and send the packet and receive the packets, and as well as monitor those packets. So this is the methodology that we have implemented in our simulations. So as in the previous slide, we have set up the network. I have gave you the introduction about that, and then we began with the typical steps, typical cybergen method that attackers use in the real life. So first we start with the reconnaissance. First thing is to identify the network. First, the attacker will identify the network, which network it is going to attack. Then enumerate. In the enumeration stage, the attacker look for the IP addresses, the MAC addresses, the type of devices that are connected to that particular network. Once the attacker does the enumeration, then it it targets and identifies the targeted device. So the targeted device in our case is the Google Home Mini. Then we have written our own custom scripts in the Python using the Scapy. So as this traditional tool like Nmap, Nisys, OpenVAS are detectable, these are not stealthy. So we have deployed our own Python custom written scripts to evade firewalls or any detection system on the user side. Then traffic monitoring, typical step, footprinting and banner grabbing are done using our Python written scripts as well as the available tools like Nmap and open source tools. After gathering all such information like IP address, MAC address, device type, OS, and services running on the targeted device, the attacker can specify the parameters in written Python scripts and then can launch the attacks. So coming to deployment simulation, before conducting the attack, like I said, we have put our network interface card into the promiscuous mode for the purpose to identify the type of devices and to monitor the traffic on the gateway as well. So, and the white shop interface is here confirming that our network interface card is in the promiscuous mode and is ready to launch the attack. Then we identify the targeted device here, as you can see in the screenshot number 3, F8, 8F and F9 is the Google Home Mini's device. This device is being identified using our custom written scripts that I have shown you earlier, that OUCI vendor specific code. So in our Python script, we use these first 3 parts of these MAC addresses to identify to which specific vendor the device is belonging to. So in this case, the targeted network was C60 and the targeted device was Google Home Mini. So the type of attack we have done in our simulation is DOS attack, mainly the middle attack and eavesdrop on the Google Home Mini device. So in the DOS attack, what makes it special is that we are not the part of the network. In this simulation, the attacker was outside the network and conducted the attack from outside and was able to successfully deny the services for the user. And subsequently, the screenshots show the packet capture using the attacks. And then we done the middle attack using the ARP poisoning. ARP poisoning was done using our custom written codes in the Python using the Scapy tool. The custom scripts were successfully able to spoof the gateway IP address. Actually, the attacker used the IP address, spoof the IP address of the gateway firewall, not the gateway firewall, the gateway router as its own IP, and the Google Home Mini device was deceived to believe that the IP address belonged to the router. Actually, it was belonging to the attacker's machine. So then once we are done with the middle attack, then we have the complete access over the communication between the Google Home Mini device, its user, and in the internet. So main point was that we have also implemented the packet forwarding technique on the attacker machine. So attacker was receiving the packets from Google Home Mini, then forwarding those packets to the internet. So in this way, the attacker, the user and the victim was unaware that the whole communication is being monitored and the middle attack is being conducted. So in this picture, as you can see, we have complete information about what the user is doing. Here in the screenshot number 2, you can see the user is commanding the Google Home Mini device to play some music from Spotify, tell the time right now, and things like that. And the attacker sitting on his computer machine, sitting on its computer, can see all those packets and coming from where they are coming from and what domain name resolution they are performing. Then in this screenshot, the communication was done between the smartphone device and the Google Home Mini device. So although the Xiaomi smartphone device was not directly connected to the Wi-Fi, and the user was unaware, and still the smartphone was not the part of the network infrastructure, but still by capturing the packet, by monitoring the packet, we were able to identify that the following smartphone device with the following MAC address is connected to the Google Home Mini device. Coming to our conclusion and the future work, in this paper we have analyzed the critical security and privacy concerns that are related to these smart home devices, specifically Google Home Minis, and these vulnerabilities also exist in other smart home devices like Alexa or Siri. So by employing our own custom developed scripts and innovative method, we were able to spoof, we are able to deceive the implemented security architecture by these small voice and devices. So there is a very critical need to design and identify the robust mechanism to stop these attacks in the future. And the third point is that although the communication was encrypted at the application layer, but due to the man-in-the-middle attack and the successful return of the Python script, we were able to decrypt the packet at the network level. But although the fake certificate, but the attacker can in future can generate a fake certificate and can decrypt the application layer data that can be very detrimental to user privacy and integrity as well. And the next point is that we are able to identify what type of website the user is visiting, what type of data is user is accessing, and what type of command that a user is giving to the Google Home Mini device. We can do the user behavior analysis. By constructing a data set, we can employ a machine learning mechanisms by employing the machine learning mechanisms, we can identify what type of website, and it will be completely automated, and user behavior profiling can be also a very detrimental, and the sophisticated attack can be done based on these algorithms. Thank you so much for your patience. If you have any question, please be sure to contact me. I have provided my email addresses in the slides as well here, so please be sure to contact me. So it is my honor to present this presentation. Thank you so much for your patience again.